First of all, thank you all for showing up to honor such a great actor and such a great representative for our business. And also, Mr. Khan here, who's always been one of my favorite actors. Years ago, you won't remember this, but I actually did a scene with him in a movie a long time ago called For the Boys. And I played a U.S. Army soldier in the Korean War, and my scene got cut out, but it was a scene with Jimmy and George Segal and Bette Midler and Norman Fell, and all of my lines were in Korean because I was supposed to be getting all these Korean peasants to leave them alone, so I had to speak to them in Korean. And that may be why I was cut out. I don't think my Korean was so good, but one way or the other, once again, thanks for being here for Bobby. This guy was my hero, friend, mentor, everything. I had the pleasure of directing Bobby, writing for him, and acting with him a few times, and it's always been one of the honors of my life. The first time I ever did a scene with Bobby was in a movie about close to 20 years ago, and it was a movie with Bobby and Aidan Quinn and myself and some people, and I was sort of the junior partner. And in my first scene I ever did with him, Bobby was supposed to be kneeling over his cat who was dying and talking to his cat. So he had a long monologue with a cat. And Aidan Quinn and I, at some point during the scene, are supposed to come in and get him and lead him out of the barn. Well, James Keach, who was the director, after a while, Bobby's sitting there petting this cat, and he keeps talking, James Keach cuts, and he says, "Hey guys, where are you? You're supposed to come in and get Bobby." Well, we'd gotten so mesmerized by listening to Bobby's monologue, we forgot we were really in a scene with him, and never went in to get him out of the thing, and he went on, so he did like a 10-minute monologue. And we went outside, Aidan and I, and we looked at each other. I said, "Did the same thing happen to you that happened to me?" He said, "Were you thinking I'm in a scene with Robert Duvall?" And I said, "Yeah, I was the whole time." So that's the kind of power this guy has and has had for me. And I've appreciated everything he's ever done for me. And he, just when somebody wants to stick a knife in you every now and then in the press, Bobby comes right behind him and says something good about you. So I've always loved him. So thank you again for being here for him.